Okay, so I know that this looks like crap. Like, it looks like it's been filmed on, like, the worst possible camera ever, which is true because I'm filming this on my webcam. That is because I don't have any space on my phone to film a video or, like, a camera. So I'm just using this. And you may be thinking, well, why are you filming a video when you don't have any good video filming equipment? Well, I just spent an hour, at least an hour, like probably 2 hours. Yeah, probably 2 hours, doing my hair and makeup for no reason because I'm not going anywhere today. I don't have school, I don't have work, I was just bored. I always do this and I'm so mad at myself. So I figured why not film a video? Because why not? I don't. Anyway, today's video is Top 5 Wednesday. It's a thing that's going around on BookTube. It's been a thing for a while. Right now it's being run and headed up by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, so I will link her channel and the Goodreads group down below, so you can go and check that out if you want. Basically, it's just this thing where you get a topic and you have to give your top 5 things in that topic. So, like, for example, today's topic is top 5 favorite villains. So it's very self-explanatory. You just pick your top 5 favorite of whatever the thing is. That's related to books, like top 5 favorite villains from books. And before I get started, I know people are going to ask why I didn't mention any Harry Potter people, but that was the whole challenge with this, was to not mention Harry Potter, because there's a lot to draw from there, so it's kind of just more interesting to see villains from other series and things that you like. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so for my top 5 favorite villains, my number 5 choice is Lavanna from Cinder in the Lunar Chronicle series. She's just really interesting because she's very mysterious and very evil, and I just love fairy tales, and I love the whole evil queen thing. Like, Once Upon a Time, Regina is my favorite character. So even though they're very like Lavanna and Regina are very different people, but like I love the evil queen thing. And I mean, if you read Ferris, which is her story gets even more interesting, and you kind of like learn the background of why she is the way she is, and it's like this book made me like her like a lot more, like just as a villain. Like, maybe I don't like, she's not my favorite character or anything, but she's a good villain. Okay, yeah, I just changed the angle because I realized the lighting is a little bit better from this direction, so sorry. Okay, number 4 is Luke Castellan from the Percy Jackson series. Luke is interesting because I think you could kind of argue that he's not a villain, but he kind of is. I don't know. I don't think I liked him the first time I read the books, but when I reread them, I really appreciated him as a character, and just he's very, very interesting. I mean, it's so sad that, like, he's been corrupted by Chronos like this, and like his ending in this book is just so sad. Like, oh. I think that's what makes him such a good villain, is that he is just a kid like all the other characters in the series, but just so much has happened to him. Like, it's like one of those villain stories where you're like, what happened? Like, what made you this way? Like, I'm talking about this very vaguely because it's been like years since I read the Percy Jackson series, so I don't remember exact details. I just remember that I really, really like Luke, and I think he's a really good antagonist in the series. Number 3 is one that was kind of the first one that popped into my head because it was such a huge part of my childhood. But yeah, number 3 is the White Witch from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I adore the Narnia series. It's the first kind of series I ever got into when I was younger. So it's just been like a huge part of my life. And I really love the White Witch. Like, she's kind of like the classic like villain. I think of her as a classic villain just because she was kind of the first villain I remember encountering in a book series like this. And I think what makes her so scary is that she seems friendly at first, but then like once she reveals her true intentions, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, she's evil. But like, she's able to trick Edmund into thinking that she's a good person and like whatever. And she's just like really scary too. That whole scene where she like kills Aslan or whatever, and it's just so intense. Like, that's such an intense moment, and she's really cool, but like very evil. Number 2, which I'm expecting to be on a lot of people's lists, is The Darkling from the Grisha trilogy. I just read this recently, so it's very fresh in my mind. The Darkling's like really cool, guys. And it's like, for me, his intentions were so like murky, I guess. Like, at first you're like, okay, I think I trust him, and then you're like, no, I don't. He's doing bad things. He might be evil. And later on, you're like, is he though? Then you're like, yes, he definitely is. He's doing terrible things, but like, you still want to like him, which I think is really great writing on Leigh Bardugo's part, to write such a good villain that you like them, but you don't at the same time. Like, you can see the things they're doing that are bad, but you still like really love the character. I don't know. He's just so cool. It's so interesting. Like, I think the Darkling is one of my favorite characters from the series. Yeah. Alright, and my number 1 favorite villain is from a book that I don't actually own, so if I can figure out how to edit properly, I'm going to put a picture here. My number one favorite villain is Aiden from Illuminae. Aiden's interesting because at first he seems like really malicious and evil, and just the way the book is written is so cool that like the way you see his like thought process and like just all of his intentions and stuff is so cool. But at the same time, he kind of doesn't see himself as evil at all. But like he's also kind of not. And then I don't. I think Aiden is the scariest to me because I am a little bit afraid of machines taking over the Earth one day, and like AI technology freaks me out. Like I legitimately think that could happen. Like that a computer could take over and like try to kill people. So I think that's why, because all the other villains are just kind of like very fantasy and very out there. Like the White Witch and Lavanna, like they're very like fairy tale-ish, and they don't seem as realistic. And like same with the Darkling. But like maybe that's why I like Luke so much too. Aiden is just so scary because it's so realistic in a way. Like even though it is totally sci-fi and kind of out there, it's still scary because it's something that could happen with the way technology is going. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Alright, so that's it for my top 5 villains list. Again, I am sorry about the quality of this video. I am trying. I might buy a camera? I don't know. So my phone is definitely not going to have enough room on it. So, also I really should be doing homework, but like, why would I do that? Why would I do my actual homework when I could spend all morning doing my hair and makeup and then film a video? Like, oh. Okay, alright, I've been rambling for a while, so I will see you guys later. Bye! Is that how YouTubers end videos? I don't know.